Confidence is not something you are born with, it is something that you build. My friend, I have seen a lot of people in this world, they have been struggling with confidence. And nowadays they feel depressed, dilapidated, they feel overwhelmed, frustrated because of having lack of confidence or low self-esteem. Now the question is that how could we accelerate up or gearing up our confidence level, our self-esteem? Understanding about self-confidence is really indispensable and very important aspect in this today's world. And unless and until you have the confidence, you can't be a champion. Unless and until you have the confidence, you can't do any substantial job in your upcoming life. Unless and until you have the confidence, you can't have the massive changes, you can't bring it for your life. So it is my recommendation, also it's my urge, whenever you understand about the self-confidence and when you implement all those philosophies, lessons, right now, what am I going to tell you? Whenever you implement it, inculcate it in your own life, your life will be changed drastically and dramatically. Because not only a single component, by changing a little component, self-confidence, you cannot become a champion. You also do a lot of important stuffs as well. And self-confidence is a small stuff. Small confidence is also an important aspect. And whenever you develop this confidence level, whenever you develop your confidence, then you can do very substantial job, you can do very amazing job, you can do very unflappable stuff. But unless you have the confidence, you can't able to do anything else in your upcoming and forthcoming life. So it is my recommendation, all of you should understand about the philosophies, the principle and the doctrines of the confidence. Okay, so first of all, we need to understand what is the basic and fundamental difference between fixed life, fixed mindset and growth mindset. Whenever you understand about the difference between fixed mindset and the growth mindset, you can understand that which mindset right now you are in. Let me clear it one by one. What is fixed mindset? Or I can say, how many people are there in this world having the fixed mindset? How can you understand it? How can you determine it? And in order to determine whether he or she is fixed mindset people or not, you have to have some measurement. Yes or no, Shubho? You have to have some systems, some process, so that you can understand whether this guy is fall under the category of fixed mindset or not. Always you can see those who are the fixed mindset people, they always say, I am not good enough, I am not capable, I am not good looking, I can't do this job very well. So this kind of statement have been said by the negative, or you can say fixed mindset people. Whenever new opportunity comes to their life, every time they themselves holding them back, they themselves stuck in the way of life. They never try to disclose themselves, they never try to do something extraordinary job, extraordinary work ethics, they never follow. Got my point? So because of this reason, the fixed mindset people, they have always low self-esteem. they have always low self-confidence because of their self-defeating statement. The self-talk is very weak. They always tell themselves that I am not good enough to do something substantial job. So that is one of the most important things we need to understand in this today's world. Those who are the fixed mindset people, they never allow themselves to talk about changing something or transforming their life. But those who are the growth mindset people, those who having the mindset, transforming mindset, those who want to change their life, those who want to transform their career, they have the different conversation with themselves. They always say, I can do it, I am able to do it, I am only guy, I am the person who can change the world, who can transform in himself or herself. So these are called the growth mindset people. Did you understand the basic ingredients, the basic differences between the growth mindset and the fixed mindset people? So growth mindset people always believe themselves. They can do something substantial job. They can do something amazing stuffs. They can do something assertive and impeccable stuff in their upcoming and forthcoming life. They believe it. And because of this belief, they take different actions and they achieve what they want. Like Thomas Alva Edison, when he was a student, he did not have any idea how to invent the light bulb. But gradually, slowly, gradually and progressively, he had been studying different subjects, different books regarding this matter, regarding this invention. Every people around him mocked on his philosophy, laughed on his principle, that using this principle you cannot invent the light bulb. But finally and eventually the Thomas Alva Edison invented the light bulb. How? Because his mindset was growth mindset. But the rest of the people who were around him, all the people mindset were what? Negative mindset, fixed mindset. So that is one of the great lesson we can learn the great scientist Thomas Alva Edison. And when Thomas Alva Edison was asked that how did you become like a big person, become a scientist, even though you did not complete your studies, you did not complete your 10th also. He said that it was the one thing which I wanted the most. And I had done a lot of things on this project. And I have been sacrificing my whole life inventing this light bulb. I have been doing a lot of work. 16 to 18 hours have been spent on this particular project. Because I spent on that particular project, I became a champion in this field. So that's very important, my friend. Always you should remember that the difference between growth mindset and the fixed mindset people. The fixed mindset people are there. The 97% people in this world are fixed mindset. Yes or no, Shubho? And all the people are believe that they are conditioned to believe that they are not able to do something amazing stuffs. So that's very important. So what lesson we have learned today, that we need to inculcate the growth mindset. We need to implant the growth mindset in order to develop our confidence. One thing always you should remember, you don't need to be perfect to be confident. You need to be courageous to learn, fail and grow. So that is one of the most important lesson I have ever learned from the great people, the great philosopher. The second thing I want to mention in order to develop your confidence is that, my friend, comparison. I have seen a lot of people compare himself or herself with others. So comparison is a silent killer. Can you give me another mic? I have seen that a lot of people are there in this world. They every time compare themselves with others. Yes, my friend, I have seen it. They compare themselves with others. every time, each time they compare themselves. Even if they don't compare themselves, their parent compare also themselves with others. So comparison is a silent killer of your confidence level. So never compare yourself with others. Let's say today you have decided to open something and you think that somebody has achieved something big in this field. So why should I open this venture? So you compare yourself with this particular thing. So don't compare yourself, because once when this venture came into this existence, it also had been it had also gone through many struggles, and for the last 30 years to 40 years this venture had been spent in this market, and because of this reason it became a successful one. And right now you want to open a venture, you want to make something big in your life, but how can you do it, my friend? Unless and until you open, unless and until you open it, unless and until you go through this thing, you cannot be a successful one. So that is the reason I am telling to you, never compare yourself with others. When you want to do something great, so do it. Open what you want to do. So never compare yourself to others who has achieved something great in this field. Don't compare yourself with that guy or that company. So when you start comparing yourself with that particular thing, so you cannot do something amazing job, because you are fall in the category of what? Comparison. And comparison is the silent killer of success. This means you every time feel stuck, you every time feel dilapidated, you every time feel callous, condescending, conceited poppy. You never feel that you are in the process of improvement. You always feel that something is holding you back. Somebody is there holding you back. You cannot feel good for yourself. So comparison kills everything. Wilma Rudolph was a physically challenged guy. She basically had the polio, and because of the polio, the doctor said to the Wilma Rudolph that it is never ever possible for you to run in the Olympic Games. But finally and eventually she ran in the Olympic Games and won 3 gold medals. How many gold medals? 3 gold medals had been won by Wilma Rudolph, even though she had a polio. But the question is, how did she get this amount of confidence for herself? Because of only one thing, because she never compare herself with others. She always compare herself with, let's say, if I talk about that, whether do you feel better than yesterday or not. So you always should, it must be going like this, that you must be better, you must be feel better than yesterday. So Wilma Rudolph also said that today when she achieved the 3 gold medals, she said that I feel better than yesterday. Why she said like this, that I felt better than yesterday? Because she always compare herself. She never compare herself to others. And because she never compare herself to others, she became a champion. Simple as black